How's it going, everyone? I'm Isle, and today I have some more professional StarCraft 2. For this match, we are on the map Babylon, and first of all, we have a Korean Terran player in the top left corner. It is none other than ByuN. His opponent here, our Blue Zerg player in the bottom right. From Canada, it's Scarlett. ByuN versus Scarlett. Whoa, alright, you look away for 5 seconds and ByuN is doing funny things. ByuN versus Scarlett should be very good. Two of my absolute favorite, I don't want to select you, I want to select you. Two of my absolute favorite players. Oh, Scarlett sees it. They both play a really exciting style. Ooh, Scarlett sees it, but ByuN doesn't know that Scarlett sees it. Yeah, these are both very exciting players. ByuN, what are you doing? And this is a very, very aggressive opener from ByuN. This is as aggressive as can be. 3 racks, proxied. With a bunker, Scarlett lets the natural finish. What is her defensive plan going to be? That is a very quick Roach Warren. 2-minute Roach Warren. Now this ACV is going to see, but Scarlett going to get on the aggression nice and early. I don't know if she's going to be able to save this base. I don't think so. Now there's more and more Marines piling in here. She's got 6 Zerglings on the way. The SCVs, they're doing their job. And by their job, I mean attacking a hatchery. A little bit more micro here from ByuN. He really wants to get the hatch. Double Queen is out now. The bunker is in range of the hatchery. The HP is getting dangerously low. I don't know if Scarlett's going to be able to defend it. No, she's going to let it go. She did get a bunch of Ravagers out. Well, Roaches out. Ravagers. More. Broodlings deal a little bit of damage to that bunker. Here comes the Roaches. Gotta be careful. Yeah, bunkers are pretty sturdy, especially when they've got SCVs repairing them. ByuN, you cheeky person. Almost said something else. Second bunker coming up. He's just going full on into this aggression. Now the reason why I'm casting this game is because I know it's a bit of a longer one, so I don't actually know what's happening here. Maybe there's like a ton of delay. Sorry, spoiler. But yeah, the Roaches, they're gonna bile. The SCVs, they're gonna SCV. And then concussive shells. So now we're gonna see Marauders coming with this. ByuN's not stopping. He's not gonna stop with this aggression. One of the SCVs does fall. The bunker almost goes down. The second bunker isn't able to come up. That's an Overlord in trouble. Yeah, that's one down. Good control there by ByuN once again. This is what we expect from ByuN. We expect some good control. Okay, the bunker has been taken out. Queen was lost in the process. Another bunker immediately starts. ByuN does not want Scarlett to get this natural expansion up. Oh, these Ravagers. They're not great against the Marine Marauder pack. ByuN venturing very aggressively forward up the ramp, scanning to see what's going on. He has no natural behind us, so they're both on very low ecos. And straight off the bat, this is a scrappy of scrappy games. I don't know how you break this. I mean, Scarlett's making more Roaches. She's gonna try get that number up, but with the low gas count, she has double gas. Yeah, she has double gas, but Roaches and Ravagers, they take a lot of gas. You can't make too many of them off of just a single base. Marines, they're not very expensive. Marauders do cost a little bit, but also their gas cost is quite a bit less than that of a Ravager. More production coming out of that proxy racks. ByuN hasn't even lifted off. He's not even planning on moving anything away. He's getting stim. The proxy stim. Well, there you go. What now? So I don't think ByuN can push up here, and I would honestly have liked to see him. He's getting another barracks. I would have liked to see him go for his second CC. Because yeah, he's getting a decent army, but Scarlett's getting banelings behind this. Doesn't have baneling speed, obviously she can't get the lair up. But if those units try coming up the ramp, I mean that is pure baneling territory there. They love to be fighting in those types of choke points. So it's Roach, Ravager, Ling, Bane against whatever this is that ByuN is still continuing. Okay, these bunkers are going to be in a little bit of trouble. I think ByuN recognizes that he cannot keep up this aggression anymore. The Zerg army has gotten a little bit too big for him. Now finally he's getting his natural up. At the same time Scarlett is also getting hers. Now obviously a Terran being equal on basis to the Zerg is a good position for the Terran player. But yeah, we'll have to see where this one goes from here. ByuN's still trying to keep the soft contain on, making sure that Scarlett can't go get her third base. She's playing very cautiously. She's not over eager in her defense. She's playing very patient, just morphing in more Ravagers, just getting those banelings up, biling every now and then, seeing what she can pickle from a distance, but not getting too over eager. ByuN on the other hand, he's not stimming unnecessarily, because we can often see that Terran players tend to stim a lot before their medevacs are out, and then you get this really low army. But he's been very patient with the stim. He's just positioning, just moving his units back and forth, and I mean his control, it's impeccable. Scarlett's moving down the ramp now. She's going to start chasing this army. Wants to send the Lings to start working on that barracks. Does get combat shields, that's big. The other barracks have already lifted, they are moving home. Ooh. This one is going to go for a little bit of scout. The other two are on the way back. And finally, Scarlett breaks out of this position. Oh, nice. Good balls. Breaks out of this position. So, worker count, a little bit in the lead for ByuN, but I think Scarlett's going to be free to drone up a little bit. Meanwhile, we got a couple of drones, SCVs standing around here. Okay, nice. The main base is already starting to lose resources. Scarlett is droned up on a second. ByuN not so much, he is working on it. Oops, I pressed caps lock by accident. And then we see nice double Evo play behind this. Third base on the way. Ling's starting to move around, trying to see what she can get done. Just leaving a couple of spotters here and there. Nice little exciting start to this game. The Ravagers are starting to clear up a little bit of the area. ByuN is expecting a full-on counter-attack. Look at this. 4 bunkers. But if Scarlett doesn't counter-attack and she just drones up insanely, isn't she just going to be in a much better position? I think Scarlett's reading this really well. Now, this is not a massive investment, because obviously these bunkers can be salvaged. But, yeah, no, there we go. This is ByuN. Sitting back patiently, that's not his style. He does not like to be a defensive player. So he realizes that the attack isn't coming in, so let's see what we can get done on the other side of the map. This is going to be spotted by Zergling. Brilliant little movement there from Scarlett. She's going to know it's coming. Units are moving in the right direction already. It's going to be a solid defense. Still, no, third CC is on the way. Yeah, come in. It's nothing for you here. Overlords are scouting it. Queen's on position. Fourth base on the way. I think Scarlett is playing this one out very nicely so far, and that's not just because I think she's an amazing player. I actually really do think she is. ByuN is not an easy opponent, like at all. ByuN is high octane, in your face. Yeah, so she's dealing with this really well. Scarlett, as we know, has some of the like really insane late game. I wanted to say some of the best, but it's hard to compare because there's guys like Cyril and Reyna out there, and Dark. Yeah, even Solar's late game is also pretty good. But Scarlett definitely up there. in terms of her late game. She can sometimes fall off in the mid game and the early game, but so far she's been playing absolutely solidly. ByuN's going into Widow Mines. He wants that slightly more mobile army as opposed to having the siege tanks, and also, yeah, Widow Mines, they're pretty good. Hasn't been able to do any damage, and all in all, he didn't get a single drone? Seriously? Scarlett looking on fire in this one. He's trying to get us around. A couple of Marines do go down, but not too major. ByuN meanwhile janking back and forth, trying to move this army out of position. Also trying to clear the creep, which has extended really far. Scarlett very good with her creep spread. Definitely one of the earlier players to start utilizing that mechanics to its full potential. She's now going into an infestation pit, so that could just be for hive and adrenal glands, etc. Upgrade. Good little repositioning of that line. ByuN on top of everything. This is really two players that are very strong and can't quite finish each other off. I think ByuN in his mind thought that he probably would have had this one already. Triple proxy racks very strong. Hive coming up. Yeah. This army still just kind of standing here, preventing creep expansions. Clearing up a little bit more creep. I think Scarlett's doing very nicely in that regard. Marines gonna stem forward. They should be picked up and be moved out on time. Yeah, nothing too major. So we get to a little bit of a slower part of the game. 4th CC on the way. Ooh, this could deal some damage. There is a single queen and a couple of spores. So Scarlett playing very safe here. ByuN sees it, doesn't want to risk his medevacs. Taking a couple of losses on those medevacs full of Marines could definitely not be great for him, so he's rather going to opt to play it safe. So far the positioning, the army movement for Scarlett really very solid. See a bunch more banelings being morphed. The Marauders are standing in front ready to tank. Marines behind this kind of little landfall here. Zerg units coming in from both sides. So many scans. Couple of decent baneling hits there. Supply very even. Both of these players are absolutely flying across their keyboards. Playing really very quickly. More units on the way. By the way, if you hear something that sounds like hammering, there is a little bit of work going on next door, so you might potentially hear that. Just pretend you don't. Just pretend it's not there. Ooh, ultra. This is along with adrenal glands and +3. How's ByuN's upgrades looking? He's actually down an upgrade. Not for long, but Scarlett's upgrade's looking very solid. Widow Mines being annoying. She hasn't dealt with them, by the way. There is an armory, so obviously the Widow Mines are invisible. A couple of overseers would be nice here, maybe just one. It is busy morphing, it is on the way. She's going to be able to clear that up very comfortably. So after opening with the Ravagers, we see melee, and I don't think Scarlett's made anymore after the early game. She just kind of used them to... that's an ugly Widow Mine hit. Used them to help solidify her position, get her into the mid game. And now we are starting to move towards that... Oh, that's another big hit. Move towards that late game army, the place where Scarlett is comfortable. Now ByuN sometimes likes to delay his ghosts. Like even now, his army is Marine Marauder and mine. But as far as I know, yeah, no Ghost Academy yet. Nice little flank coming on the side. Big Widow Mine hit once again. ByuN is able to pick up his entire army and move out at least most of it. Second engagement here goes decently for Scarlett. Gets some good hits. In terms of the resources lost, yeah, ByuN is more economic with his army, but that's to be expected. Zerg is trading banelings for units, so you know. Meanwhile, 4th base is up, finished for ByuN. 5th base here for Scarlett. So the economy is starting to look really solid. Pick up, off you go, yeah. Ambitious Baneling morph position there from Scarlett. She has a single Ultra on the way. Yep. Ooh. This little secondary army is doing a good job. At the same time, drop here at the top. Yeah, this is painful. Banelings. Oh, those are some good connections. Okay, so Scarlett actually able to drive off both armies without losing too much. 3 drones. 3 drones, not too bad. Still no Ghost Academy on the way. ByuN is getting stuck on this mid-game army. While, yeah, Scarlett keeps throwing in an Ultra here and there, wherever she can. Oh, look at these sneaky guys. Gonna try pick off a couple of drones. I'm gonna be able to get a couple at the same time. Second army pushing here on the left side. Not a great engagement there from Scarlett. But still, not taking loads of eco damage. She is up by 10 workers. A little bit more than that, but you don't matter. Very Ling heavy army. I'd like to see her have a couple more banelings. Oh, good little flank there from the Zerglings at the top. Good engagement here for Scarlett. She is chasing it quite far off of creep, which I don't know if I like that much, but so far serving her quite well. Yeah, she's taken a supply lead, I think for the first time in the game. Back she goes again. Good patience. Gets those ultras out. Getting more ultras, getting infested. Okay, so ByuN's going to opt for Liberators. Liberators are great, but I don't know why you wouldn't just go Ghost, because Ghosts just destroy the Ultra list. +3 is done for Scarlett. ByuN is being ambitious. Oh, that's another big Widowmine hit. This is what bothers me about Widowmines. Even the pros get some really big hits against them. 2 Marines having a great time. There's more. Like, Widowmines are a really strong unit. Ooh, the space is going to go down to these couple of Marines while Scarlett is defending on this side. She can't lose hold of it now. She's been keeping track of this game so far. Alright, Zerglings and Ultras are going to push it away. This base did fall. A little bit unfortunate. Finally able to drive it away. More Lings, more Ultras coming up. ByuN's also only producing 2 Liberators at a time. It's getting more CCs up behind this. These workers are already on their way out, even though the CC is not even close to being there. There we go. ByuN's going to engage once again. The Infestors. Oh, that's a decent fungal there. Gets a lot of those medevacs. Baneling's getting some good connections here on the left. Ravager's going to start getting rid of the Liberators. Don't chase too far. You don't want to lose those Ultras or the Infestors. They are expensive. Ah! No! Oh, poor Infestor. That's how I control my Infestors too. So, on that basis, I'm Scarlett. Ooh, I'll have that. Good eyes there for Scarlett. She hasn't been very offensive in this game. So far, just playing the defensive game. Just trying to get everything the way that she wants it to be. Moving into the late game now. She is getting Overlord speed. At the same time, there is a bit of a run by. Yeah, this is brilliant. Yeah, the Liberator's going to siege up, but the Liberator is going to take a while to kill all of these circles. Oh, that's good worker damage going down. Once more we see an engagement. I don't like fighting in those liberation zones. Scarlett does manage to pick off one of them. Army supplies very even once again. This base is down for ByuN. It is a planetary, which means it's going to be able to defend it relatively comfortably. Good micro there, picking up a lot of the injured units. What is the next step in the plan? ByuN is still just making the same things. And I think he's going to get stuck if he doesn't transition to the late game, because we are well into the late game now. This is a 20-minute game already. Scarlett's got a ton of these big heavy hitters. At least in terms of the Ultra list and the utility of the Infestors. How many Infestors does she have? She's only got 2. And the Liberators are nice, but They're not the quickest at dealing with ultras. I would like to see something be able to deal with the air units. Although the Ravagers, they are doing their job. Scarlett is advancing even further. ByuN, there you go. Goodbye, Liberator. ByuN is now fully on the run. He's trying to micro his way out of this. He's doing a good job. His micro is pretty solid. At the same time, he's counter-attacking with a couple of medevacs on this side. That's a tight little game. These two really standing very aggressively against each other. Oh no, not the infestors! Ugh. Using the infestors for free is really not great. Also, Scarlett's struggling to deal with this little drop on the other side. Okay, that Liberator does fall. Ultra does go down. Finally, that Liberator's gonna go down. This is a very, very scrappy game. These Marines are still here. Oh, that's so irritating. They are leveling the work account quite well. ByuN is so good with doing this. He has these units, picks them up, brings them back, and whether it's one Marine or two Marines, he doesn't care. He's going to use those units. Fungal hits a little bit of the army, but not too much. Still no sign of Ghost. ByuN's just absolutely going to skip Ghost. Alright. His Ghost allergies have been acting up. He instead prefers to try to micro his way around things. Scarlett going heavy into an attack here. She is very close to ByuN's bases. No, not the infestors again. Oh, Scarlett. Scarlett's normally really good with their infestor control, but this game has just not been it. And it's because ByuN is forcing these errors on her because he's all up in her face all the time. He has not relented at all. And I think she's dealing with it really well, but it's not easy to play against a guy like ByuN because you gotta be so awake all the time. He's gonna keep being on your doorstep or dropping behind you, or you know, there's no end. I think she would have been well off with a bit of a Spire, but that's just me, so I'm not gonna pretend that I know more than Scarlett because I definitely don't. She's a fantastic Zerg player. Ooh, that base does go down. Good little pick off over there. Creep spread looking very good once again. Scarlett has managed to push it out nicely. She's taking about half of the map at the moment. Getting 4 more infestors. Please don't lose them for cheap. Please. Yeah. Worker loss is pretty even, but this is not as economic for ByuN as I think you would have liked it to be. SCVs are here. Hello. Is this a 23-minute SCV pull? Oh, the space is getting very low. The Zerglings are moving forward along with the Ultra. Widow Mines are hitting. I think they're hitting as much Bio as they are hitting Zerg units, but that army is being pushed back. A couple more Banelings needed. Scarlett very low on the mineral count though. These workers are going to have to evacuate. The infestors are over here. A couple of good fungals could change the tide of this fight very quickly. At the same time, there must be a couple of Zerglings or something across the map because there are SCVs going down. This is a very tight game. Make some of these Zerglings into Banelings. Do it. You know you want to. Fully upgraded infantry units here for ByuN versus the fully upgraded melee units for Scarlett. Finally, she's getting some Vipers out as well. They're very good, obviously, for getting rid of those medevacs, which ByuN loves to use. Watch the Widow Mines. Oh, good little flank coming in here from Scarlett on both sides. Fungal growth hitting a large part of this army, as well as this side. And again, she's just chaining them now. These units might just die to fungal. That's a lot of ByuN's army down. Both players now under triple digits in supply. Well, now they're back over it again. But this is really tight. Really close. ByuN pressing onto this base once again. He wants to get rid of it. Wants to damage that eco once again. Scarlett has been up with the worker count for this entire game. So, you know, she's in a good spot, but Hello, queen. You're out of position. But yeah, it's tight. They're so very close together. ByuN has a better army. Scarlett has the better economy. And she has her late game units. Not that ultras are that great. I think you'd probably have marines rather than ultras, to be honest. Especially if you can micro like ByuN. Which obviously ByuN can, because he is ByuN. 26-minute mark of this game. Something's got to give soon. ByuN is very low on the income. His army is also not growing at a very increasing rate. Scarlett is very keen to start engaging on his side of the map right now. It's also hard to deal with these outlying bases because they are planetaries. Whoa, watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay, good. Couple of liberators moving across the map. They're going to try harass around the back. Both players struggling a little bit to max out here. Okay, good evac there from Scarlett. Ooh, nice. Parasitic bomb goes down on that liberator. No split, so both liberators, they're finally the split. Both liberators took a lot of damage there for a really long time. ByuN's setting up here. He's expecting an attack on this base, so he's putting a lot of his defenses in what is one of his last mining bases. We have the dramatic music here, getting ready for the a big battle coming up in this game. Should be happening soon. Both players sitting on 150 again. Maxing out is going to be a while away. Yeah, this is ByuN. We know him. He can't sit still. He's going to move across the map once again. He's moving very deep onto creep. Scarlett being patient in her defense, as is the norm. Ultralisk moving around to the right. There's going to be a big surround. Couple of fungals going down. Parasitic bomb. The ultras are moving forward. Big fungals on the bio units. The ultras are able to catch up. And GG is called. After a grueling, almost 30-minute game, Scarlett is finally able to break ByuN. Whew. That was an interesting game. That was a really good one. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to see that Scarlett took this game. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more StarCraft 2 content. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one.